podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Vegas, baby, Vegas! Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? Thaboxingvoice.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 97 of boxing. Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big...
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Yes, sir, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Border Wars time. Oh, my God, I've been missing Border Wars for quite some time. We will be having Border Wars 14. That's going to be taking place on February 25th right here in Las Vegas. We do have a few venues already locked in, so everything should go as planned. I'm also joined by my good friend Bo. Bo in Bama is also going to be joining us, and you know that he is part of that Border Wars rankings committee. So, yeah, man, very excited to have it back. I'm actually going to be fighting this time around, gonna dust off the old boxing equipment and get back in there. I actually was training yesterday with Dennis Douglin and Rais Alim's trainer. So, yeah, man, it's cold out here in Vegas, but we're getting it in. So, right now we have a pretty jam-packed card, being honest with you. So much of these fights have taken place in the background, really, and we have a lot lined up. Now, obviously, as time goes by, maybe one or two of these will fall out. I hope that none of these actually fall out and that we can get all of these fights and more. So just took a screenshot of that, and I'm going to try and screen share for you. Boom. All right, let's see. Can we do full screen? And that's that. All right, so how do we do this? Actually, I know what we do. Let's not do full screen. But anyway, yeah, that's Bo. What up, Bo? You hear me? Bo? Bo? You're not saying anything, Bo. Bo, do you hear me? Do you hear me, Bo? It says you're muted. It says you're muted. So let me just chat with Bo. You'll have to unmute. All right. So Bo is joining us, and he's still muted. I don't know why. Bo. Yeah, I hear nothing from you, man. I hear nothing from you. I'm not understanding why we can't hear him. How about now? What about now, Bo? Bo? Bo. I hear you making noise. You don't hear me yet? I hear you touching that computer.
I hear you now. I hear you now. I got you.
Okay.
Whew.
Whoa. How
Yeah,
are
man.
you, brother?
I'm
How
glad
are
to be
you?
here. I'm glad to be here, man. You know, Border Wars time of the year is the best time of the year. And if we do it 4 times a year, it's the best time 4 times a year, you feel me? So I'm happy to be here.
So
You know?
hopefully I fixed the echo and there's no echo with you on. Hopefully. But
I hear myself well.
I just was about to kind of show people the card. So far, what's been able to get kind of arranged in the back end. So I've just screen shared it. You might have to wait till it pops up on the live feed to see it, but I do have it right here in front of us. And first fight, not in any order, Bo. This is not the order of the card. This is just the way it has developed so far. And the first fight we have is Robert the Genius, who's going to be taking on Jordan Baker, Cuban style, for a title shot. Jordan Baker's 3-0, 2 KOs. The only guy to actually have 2 stoppages in Border Wars, right?
Right, and you know Jordan Baker was number 4 on the pound for pound list, with Robert being number 2.
Oh, wow. So this is definitely best versus the best. Now, Robert is coming down. He's currently the cruiserweight champ, no?
I don't know. I have to look again at the weight classes, which I can pull up right away. You know, they change a lot in Border Wars, so kind of got to stay up on that.
Sure do. They said no echo. For Bo, yes, echo. Wait, is there the echo or is it not? Because I don't hear it.
Let's see now. I don't hear nothing no more either. At first I heard a little something. But that was before I again about the pound for pounds.
So, moving forward to the next fight, Chino. You ready for this? Have you heard any rumors?
This is a circus act. I'm petitioning against this fight. There's no reason that Alexander Usyk should be going down to 160 pounds to fight anybody.
Who's Alexander Usyk? In this,
somebody that's current. Chino is a heavyweight, right?
Yes. He's 240.
And his opponent was like a middleweight in his last fight.
Yes.
This is a circus act, Ned.
How?
This should not have been sanctioned. It shouldn't have been sanctioned.
So wait a minute. Didn't Keem the Dream already fight for the cruiserweight titles and fail in Florida?
As he was coming down, he was going down.
Okay. So and now, what is Border Wars built on? Is it about wins and losses, belts, and awards, or is it about weight loss?
It's not about the big man coming down to meet the little man, or the little man going up to meet the big. It's about both people coming down.
Right. Keem is 190, and Chino's 240, which now I hear he's 230, which cruiserweight is 199.
So
from 176,
he ate himself out of middleweight and ate himself all the way up to a cruiserweight.
Well, I don't remember when Keem was 160, so I don't know. You might be wrong, but I'll tell you this: cruiserweights from 176 to 199. That's just how it go. After light heavyweight, you got to go to cruiserweight.
Let me change my audio because they saying it.
What about now?
If there's an echo, it ain't your fault, Bo. Remember I told you, I thought I was able to fix this with some of the tweaks they told me to do, but I guess that's not the case.
Good.
I should be able to catch it from now on, though. Let me get through this next one, though. I hear you. Your petition is noted. What we can do, you can do a live poll. Let's see what they say if that fight should not happen. Next fight is Terrell Fireflame Harris from Detroit by way of Albuquerque, New Mexico, taking on Sean Jones, a.k.a. Mission Impossible, from Houston. Now, I don't know if this fight's going to happen. That's why you see the word maybe. And that's because Sean just proposed to his fiancée. We don't know when that wedding is taking place. We don't know where his mind is at the moment, and is he looking to train and be fighting. Adrian Rowan from Wisconsin having a domestic fight with James Clark. James Clark, he's got 2 losses in the Border Wars series, but he took on 2 very talented fighters. And no disrespect to Adrian, but the 2 fighters that James fought and lost to, Adrian would be the underdog to those 2 men, Elias the Lion Lioness and Esteban from Oregon, right? We have next up myself taking on Pablo, who fought Terrell in his last time out. Should be undefeated. The judges awarded him the win. Info Joe read the scorecards wrong, and there's been controversy ever since. So I'm going to do like Floyd and fight Cotto at his right weight.
It's always controversy surrounding Real. You know what I'm saying? I like him, but it's a lot of controversy always surrounding this guy. He get in there with Pablo. It could have went either way, really. The announcer may have called the wrong winner in the end, and Real argued his way to a victory, even though he wasn't actually the winner. I never heard of that before in boxing, but hey, it's a first for everything.
And I agree with you. I want to run this the way that boxing should be. I want the committee to overturn Real's victory. It's been done in real boxing. It could be a no contest, which I don't think is fair for Pablo to lose a win because Info Joe messed up and get a no contest. I think that, the committee should come together and award the true winner the win.
I agree, 100%.
That being said, let's move on to the next fight. Allegedly, this is done. He's going to be making a defense of his dad bod division belt. He is the lineal champ, though, and he's defending the lineal title. He is the man to beat the man, and he's still undefeated. I believe his record is 4 or 5-0 at this point. He hails from Canada, and I'm talking Jose El Loco Sands versus Jason Hotsey, the Hitman, who's struggling to get a win in the Border Wars series. And since you're petitioning, I'll give you the floor.
I think it's a good tune-up fight. I mean, it's not necessarily the fight I want, but no disrespect, the wannabe cash cow of Border Wars, Jose, knows what he's doing. He know how to pick his fights, and he doing what the cash cows typically do, picking him somebody who we feel he could beat, something safe, so he could keep the wins going and keep his eliteness elite, for lack of words. Stay on top. Easiest way to stay on top is grab somebody up from the bottom. Not knocking Jason, but I'm just saying.
And Jason, he has something desperate. He needs to prove that he's not just a can that anybody can beat up. But we're going to move on. The next one looks to be a very good fight, something that's been brewing in the Border Wars community for some time now. We got Karma Surge. He's never been able to make his debut. He gets a bad rap. The man's literally paid 3 times his registration fees, which are non-refundable. People pull out, but this particular opponent, this fight was signed, sealed, and delivered. His opponent had a vehicular accident, had to pull out. now that fight is going to be back. It's scheduled for February 25th, and I'm talking Karma Surge versus Killshot Vega. Now remember, Chris Killshot Vega is coming off a huge win over Matt Machine Gun Garces, but Killshot is also the man that Jordan Baker, who's taking on Robert, knocked out in Texas.
And then you say a huge win over Matt. I mean, Matt been in a few fight of the years. To my knowledge, I don't think he got a win yet. He is super tough, a good opponent for pretty much anybody, but I ain't gonna say a huge win over Matt. It was expected, and he did a good job in doing what he was supposed to do. Not knocking Matt, because I got respect for all fighters, no matter what. But as an analyst, I gotta just say what the stats are and the facts are.
I do disagree. I highly doubt Killshot Vega, who had been knocked out. Knocked out. I highly doubt he was the favorite going into the Matt fight. Matt's name, Machine Gun, is the one thing he lives up to. No matter what weight class he's fought, he's let hands go. He had 3 full rounds with Danny at heavyweight, 3 full rounds with Robert at cruiserweight, and then 3 full rounds with Chris Vega. So, I think the tougher fighter going into that fight was Matt, and should have been the favorite. If he wasn't, I don't know. I'm on the opposite side of that.
Understood. What we got next?
Next up, it looks like this fight is off. It was going to be Elias versus Oscar Williams, but now it looks like Elias obviously can't make it. He took on a big job, so congratulations to him. But Oscar has been negotiating with Zeke the Freak, who's just lost to Esteban in Wisconsin. Now, I don't mind that fight. I love that fight. But Zeke came to me in confidence and privacy. He said, look, I've been losing at 60. I really should be at 54. Get me a fight at 54. This is the first show to let people know we're back. Like, I think he needs to give me time to do my job, but he negotiated a fight with Oscar at 160. If they decide to move forward, I still think it's a great fight for Zeke. He's way younger than Oscar. Oscar's my age. Zeke is in his 20s. So the weight that he's given up where he feels he might be, not at his best at 60, he has the youth at 60. Oscar does have experience.
And Oscar got size. I think he got not the height advantage, but I seen a video of Oscar sparring with, I guess, maybe Adrian in Wisconsin, and Oscar looked pretty heavy. Oscar looked every bit of 200 pounds right now anyways. I might have the wrong guy from the video, but it's a dark-skinned, bald-head guy boxing in Wisconsin. Only one I ever seen looking like that was Oscar. I don't think he can fight on the back foot. No disrespect to him, but I feel like for some reason he always be the big man in all his fights. And I feel like he might not be, from what I've seen, that he can't fight well off the back foot. He started like welling shots when he go backwards. And then if you get him on the ropes, he really in trouble. I don't know if Zeke can push Oscar back though, just based off weight alone. So I'm interested to see what weight they actually decide to fight at.
Yeah, so Oscar's actually in the chat. He's called OC Ball, so salute to Oscar. We'll move on. We got Ray the Business. Now this fight done brewed itself. It manifested in the back call on our Discord, in the Border Wars actual community back there, and this is another fight I didn't want. Vega now has to prove and cash a check that his mouth created versus getting that opportunity like every other Border Wars fighter to fight someone on his level, 2 novices going at it for the first time. He decided to step up to the plate and fight Ray the Business, who is from Florida and has 2 fights, has fought under the lights, has fought in front of people, has done smokers. So, Vega opens up an underdog without a doubt.
I feel like Vegas is not supposed to win, obviously. Again, it's a weight advantage. It's a big guy coming down to fight the little guy, which I'm not fond of. Again, because I seen this before. The only issue with this I got in this is I literally seen it in the very first Border Wars we ever had when Matt, the hipster hunter, fought MD, Doctor. And the MD was like 180, Matt was like 130 something. They were supposed to meet up at a specific weight. Obviously, it didn't work out their way. People never make their weight. Can y'all make y'all weight to at least make this more entertaining, exciting, competitive, and even? Like, make weight. If you sign a contracted weight, people traveling across the country paying a lot of money, make the weight. As long as they make the weight, it'll be a good fight. If they don't and Ray come in overweight, even a pound, at that point it begins to not be fair like it's supposed to be. Because you do all you can with matchmaking to keep shit even. So let's try to keep it even and follow the contract that you signed.
So honestly, Bo, I had tried to address this in the very infancy of Border Wars. The issue is that Border Wars is like a bowling league, and allow me to explain, maybe not just to you, because you may know as you've been a part of it, but to the new person that'll find this video and that wants to get involved. We're a bowling league. I did submit my proposal to Mauricio Suleiman. That does mean that we would have to transition from non-sanctioned to sanctioned, which also means we would have to transition from non-amateur to amateur. So there is a lot in between now and then in that process fully taking place. That being said, I want to run it as smoothly and as close to the real thing as possible. And in the beginning, I told fighters, if you're gonna do what Ray and Vega are doing, well then follow the sport that you say that you watch. If you're a hardcore, maybe you should type up a contract and send it to Ray via email and have him sign it, because truthfully, there should be a fine. For every pound you're over, charge that motherfucker $100. Why? Because I'm flying. It cost me $400 to get from here to Florida, or vice versa. So you want to play games? Cool. You want to talk tough? Cool. Sign this paper. It might be difficult to get paid if the man doesn't show up or something like that. Like, we're not going to allow y'all to go fist fight over it. But we could also, Vega could be smart, send the contract and tell him put the money in escrow with myself. We've done that for boxing bets in the past. We can do that for this. Do not allow someone to just play you out and show up on fight night 10 pounds over, and now your heart got to force you to jump in this fight because you're going to look like shit or pussy to all the dudes in the back call. Nah, this boxing. There's contracts for a reason. There's weight classes for a reason, and you shouldn't allow yourself to be put with your back against the wall. So if you're gonna fight someone bigger than you against the commission, because I prefer you to fight Caesar. Caesar and Vega was a better fight for me. I got you muted, Bo, so there won't be no feedback. Hold on one sec. So if you're gonna fight someone that the commission didn't approve because you want to show how good you are, a la Lomachenko, at least get that man on contract. At least make sure that man does train and come. Look, because I see Ray in the chat right now saying, don't worry, I won't even train, so it could be even. So are you going to make the weight? But go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking on. I just seen Ray in the chat. He's saying, don't make this a narrative. He said, weight ain't never been an issue. Weight ain't going to be an issue. So we going to hold you to that word just like Vega holding you to that word. And if y'all do match up evenly, I feel like this is going to be the fight of the night. Anytime the back call get behind somebody, they always amp that fight up. And we all know Ray, former co-host, he's still around. I'm looking to see how it all go down. I'm ready.
So, Bo, Ray, a true gentleman, you see, he said he agrees to the $100 per pound overweight. There's no issue with that. Vega, I still say you get that typed up. Let him e-sign it. I still say you put at least 300 apiece in escrow, because that's 100 per pound. You got at least a $300 escrow, because let's be real, my man coming 5 pounds overweight. Do he got $500 to give you on the spot? So don't wait till fight night. I'm telling you, ain't nobody ever getting me. I'm going to be a shark in that boardroom. It's going to be a rematch clause with fine print that if you did something wrong, I get a rematch clause on top of the rematch.
I'm with you.
All right, moving on. We got Alexis Guillermo, the return of the buzzsaw. I'm going to let Bo remind y'all who this guy is.
So Alexis Guillermo threw the most punches out of any Border Wars fighter in Border Wars history. And he beat a pound-for-pound fighter. Wasn't it DeMarcus that he beat, if I'm not mistaken? He beat a pound-for-pound fighter who knocked out the Wisconsin boogeyman, the Watertown monster, not the Loch Ness monster, the real Watertown monster, Jerome. He stopped Jerome. No, he didn't stop him. He beat Jerome, decision. DeMarcus did. And now he's facing Alexis Guillermo, again, the man who threw more punches than any other fighter in Border Wars history. And excuse me, Alexis is fighting Anthony Forbes. Anthony Forbes now, and he beat DeMarcus in the past. I was getting them all mixed up, but yeah, the real buzzsaw.
So, Anthony Forbes literally drove from Orlando, Florida, or Tampa, Florida, to Wisconsin to train with Chino, OC the Boss, and Coach Adrian Rowan. So Anthony Forbes is taking it more serious than anybody's ever done. That's going to be a hell of a fight.
I did not know he did that. And he already shown himself to be something like a big shit talker for sure. And if he didn't he sell some tickets too in Florida? He a ticket seller as well. So him against Alexis, if he can beat Alexis, he's definitely a top Border Wars fighter, and it's not even questionable.
Absolutely. Now, there is storyline. I do have to even inform Bo. Alexis is coming off a red hot win over DeMarcus, who's got a red hot win over Jerome, who just turned pro and got a red hot win as a pro. Yeah, Jerome Lambert turned professional. He is 1-0 as a professional. But the storyline is deeper than that. And as a promoter, as the face of Border Wars, I do want to inform you so that you can get behind Alexis Guillermo, because he has so much to fight for. Unfortunately, we haven't seen him since his last fight because he suffered a loss in his family. He lost one of his sons, and it's been tough for him. And it's crazy because when I reached out, he's like, "Look, bro, I'm just now getting over dealing with this. Like, it took him down a dark place, that obviously was filled with alcohol. And he desperately wants to get back into the space that he was because he has other children. And, truth be told, he knows that boxing can do that for him. So he agreed to take that fight, and he knows what's at stake. And he's obviously planning on fighting, for in the name of his son. And, I'm just glad that, he was able to pull himself out of that dark spot. I'm glad that, we stood in touch, and that, he's going to join Border Wars so that it gives him something for his mind to be on.
All I can say is, Anthony Forbes, make sure you super glue your headgear on, because it's going to be getting touched a lot. Simply said. It's going to get touched.
Well, moving on, we got Austin V. This is a maybe fight. I'm trying to match him with Sal from Bakersfield, California. Sal hasn't fought in Border Wars since 2017, so he's been out the ring 5 years. He is 1-0. He did beat Tony G from California. Austin V is from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He lost at the hands of Jerome Lambert, where even in a loss, you know, Austin is looking better than ever because Lambert went on to be a professional boxer and get a knockout as a pro without the headgear. So if we can make this fight, this would be a great one.
It was a first round knockout that Jerome got in his October 29th professional debut. I just researched that. So yeah, Austin V, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what he can do in his return. He had an injury technically in that fight with Jerome. And Iron Sal, I'm looking to see his return as well. This is Iron Sal, correct? So he have like a gym in his home and in a garage and all that? Yeah. So Sal, just put that equipment you got to use, and hopefully when you get to Vegas, you know what I'm saying, we'll get to see the fruits of all your hard labor.
So this next one I'm excited about because he's never lied to me. You know, we met Super Mex, and I want to say he was probably over 330 pounds easy. Every time he fights, he leaves it all in the ring. Every time he fights, he makes more and more fans. He's one of the guys that took ring walks and border wars to the next level. And he doesn't lie about his weight loss. He sets a number and he gets it done. When he was 330, he said he'd fight at 300. Whatever he is now, Bo, he's claiming that he's going to come in under 276, I believe, and he just keeps texting and he keeps saying, like, oh, I can't wait for y'all to see how I look. I can't wait for y'all to see how I look. So now for a dude that I know was bigger than Big Pun, you feel me? I'm excited to see how he's going to look.
I'm looking forward to seeing Super Mex as well. Super Mex is top 5, one of my favorite Border Wars fighters of all time, just because of his weight loss story, and it's a family thing. It's a statewide thing. He wear Mexico on his back, just like he wear Texas on his back. He does it for his kids and things like that. Super Mex, if he can come in and pull off a good win against his opponent, who I don't recall seeing fight before, Super Mex will rise again to the top, man. I believe he could potentially rise to the top. And he is in the chubby weight division, correct? Not heavyweight, chubby weight. Yeah, he could be at the top of that division. It's guys who are like under 6 feet, over 250 pounds or so, where a lot of adult men actually fit in that category. So that's the man's man category.
Yeah, he's trying to work his way back to a Eddie Bola de Grasa chubby weight rematch. Eddie did get the win over Super Mex in Florida, in Plant City, and it was a fantastic fight of the night candidate without a doubt. But I am getting information that Super Mex started with the Boxing Voice and Border Wars at 370 pounds. And his plans are to come in at 276, 265. The lowest we would have ever seen him. I don't think we've ever seen him under 300. So, shout out.
If Super Mex can get a 6-pack, you can too, Ness. And I can get up to 200 with a 6-pack. If Super Mex can do it, we all can do it. And he currently doing it and working towards it. So I think we all should be working towards something physically each and every day. Because this, again, what Border Wars is all about.
So next on the docket, it looks like, oh, actually, I got to tell you. So he's going to be fighting Jerome Wolf. Now, Jerome, we haven't seen. We've been listening to Jerome call in for years. He's from Louisiana. But we haven't seen in the ring, so it will be his first time in the ring. And Jerome is as big as Super Mex, so he has his own weight loss journey to attack.
Is he Mr. Special Feature? Is that the same person? Okay. So he around. He out here every day with the Boxing Voice. So he know what's going on.
I expect him to do as he know, because he around every day listening and listening to and talking about boxing. So I think he understands the task at hand. It should be an entertaining fight for sure.
And truth be told, he's got about 2 or 3 Supermex fights to see, and he's been wanting Supermex for a while. So if this actually happens, and let me take that back. This is gonna happen because out of everyone I've mentioned, Jerome is the only one that's already sent the deposit without knowing registration fee, without knowing due date, because we're gonna announce that today. But Jerome sent me last week a deposit, definitely securing his position on the fight card. Next up, we got Caesar in Las Vegas, who's awaiting for Lauren from Washington, Seattle, to agree to the fight. Those that don't know Lauren, he was one of the most scariest talkers out here, and he took a fight with Southside Ducey. We've never seen Ducey again after that win over Lauren, and we haven't seen Lauren again in the ring since that knockout loss at the hands of Ducey, but he says to be returning. We're hoping he takes the fight with Caesar, who's a novice from here in Las Vegas. Have you seen any footage of Caesar?
I haven't seen any footage of Caesar, and of course I remember Lauren. We thought he was literally a boogeyman at one point until he ran into Southside Ducey, who, you know what I'm saying, took that crown and ran off into the abyss with it. We ain't seen him since, like you said. So I haven't seen anything of Caesar at all, but I'm sure before February 25th we'll see something for, you know what I'm saying, from him, since we all local and whatnot. Yep. And what fight is this weighted? I mean, what weight is this fight at?
So that should take place at 160, 154. Caesar can make either. Caesar was with me training with Dennis Douglin yesterday with Mama's boy.
You seen him. I knew we was going to see something from him before then. So it looked like you've already seen him. If he's already showing himself and out here getting as much work as he can with professionals and whatnot, I expect him to show up and be prepared February 25th.
Last fight on the docket is Show Kid versus Machine Gun Garces. Both needing a win, but Show Kid at least having that one win on his resume. So Show Kid has one win, and he lost to Mario. So he's 1-1, right? Or did he lose 2 fights?
He lost to Mario and he lost to Jordan Baker. And then in that first fight, remember, he also got a knockdown in his win as well. So he knocked a man down that was bigger than him. Short notice fight. Came back, got stopped twice off the top of my head. Yeah, by Mario and Jordan. And I'm looking, Show Kid the best shit talker in Border Wars, period. He one of the best shit talkers on the internet. I always like to see him fight. I like to hear him talk shit. He fighting against Machine Gun Garces, fight of the year candidate more than once. Yeah, he been in there with some of the hardest punches. I'm not gonna pick my winner right now. I feel like I know who's gonna win, but I'm ready to see the fight more than anything. I feel like that's gonna be top 3 fights on the card. And then I gotta go to work too, so I'm about to. After I hear you, I want to hear your take on this. Then I'm gonna be listening in Discord or Blog Talk.
For sure, man. So that is all the fights. Now, I do have to find other people fights, right? There's guys like Neutral Corner, who's a declarated amateur. He's got over 40 fights, and he won 1 national, but that was over 20 years ago. So he's in the chubby weight division now. So we need to get him a fight. So maybe if Sean is getting married and can't fight Rel can fight the Neutral Corner, who's in his 40s like myself. And we have other fights. That Esteban hasn't got matched up. There's just so many people that need to be matched up that we haven't matched up yet. This is just internal fights. This is just from our little Border Wars groups that we have on iMessage or Discord or the private Facebook group. So we still got to match up guys like Rolling with the Punches. You know, there's so many people. He's got a content creator by the name of Skywalker Boxing. He's 40 years old. He wants to fight at 175. You know, he's cool with the Donaires. Nonito Donaire actually wants to train him for this Border Wars, like to be in his corner. Obviously, the Donaires are here in Vegas, so that would be magnifico. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, this is the first show to announce the registration fees. Total fees to fight are $300. We're doing this in parts so that we can make it easy for you, because as of right now, we started with 123 days. Now we have exactly 101 days. 101 days. So your first payment is due December 3rd. December 3rd. So everybody on this list and everybody that wants to participate, you must make your first payment deposit by December 3rd. If you don't, you ain't in. Simple as that. First payment due December 3rd, and that's it. If you're listening to this in the future, present, past, and you want more information than what I've given you, DM the Boxing Voice, DM NESGTO, contact any of our alumni who participate in Border Wars, like Info Joe, who is your ring announcer, Super Mex, so many people. That being said, I am taking callers on Discord. If you want to call in and chop it up, we just opened a new stage on Discord that would allow you to call in using Discord. So, yeah, let's do it. And I'm going to be answering questions from the chat while we do get callers. I'm putting the Discord link here in our live chat on YouTube if you want to join Discord to chop it up. Alrighty then. All right, so let me look at some of these chats. What do we got here? I seen somebody say Esteban versus Oscar. I like that fight. It's up to Oscar and Esteban to accept, right? And I think Oscar would accept. I think it's more we have to ask. Yes, Lewis, you can be a spectator. So far, we think that the maximum amount of people that we are going to allow is 100. So we will have another announcement announcing a pre-sale of tickets, because it is limited ticket sales. It is limited ticket sales. So, yes. We will be having people in attendance. We plan on having fighters in attendance. So, you know, hopefully everything goes as planned. And it looks like our stage is ready. We got a couple of fighters there looking like Bows in Discord. James Benitez, Davidian, and special feature, J-Dub. What up? What up? The People's Champ. What up? What up? So, yes, join us on Discord if you guys want to call in and voice your opinion on anything that was said. Remember, Bo made a petition. If you heard about a fight that you don't like, talk about it. Let me actually put that back up, make it nice and big so that you guys can see, and you know exactly who's on this card. There you go. All 14 fights, Border Wars, Spring Break in Las Vegas, February 25th. It's going down. And let's see what we got on Discord. A couple of hands raised. We're going to the People's Champ. Who's this?
Me?
I got
Hello?
you. Who's this?
Yo, this ASAP, this Pablo.
Pablo, what it do?
Oh, what's good, man? Shit, I'm actually outside the gym. I'm glad I got on, man, because I was thinking like, fuck, I'm about to, start a little later, but we working, man. We fucking working. I'm gonna be ready.
Don't get too skinny, man. You got to be
Nah,
a
I'm not-
heavyweight.
How much you weighing right now, Ness?
I think I haven't, honestly, I'm not trying to lie to you. I haven't stepped on a scale in I don't know how long. I want to say 230 maybe.
Oh, word down. I'm worrying about you because I'm at 230 right now too.
Yeah.
I weighed in 248 for Border Wars, but I mean, I'm not gonna get too skinny. I'm just gonna get fit. I feel like the last Border Wars, a lot of it was weight loss, whatever. But this time I'm gonna be a little bit more light on my feet, and it's gonna be a better fight. I feel like me and you is gonna be a way better matchup.
Yeah, man, I was actually watching like a couple of minutes of the fight with you and Rel, and I'm like, damn, you keep bringing the fight. So I'm gonna have to train for stamina because it looks like you don't get tired. You kept bringing the fight to Rel. He was more of a counter puncher.
The funny thing is in the corner I was watching it back and like Paulo's not getting tired, Rel's getting tired. Rel was definitely more tired than me, and I mean not throwing shade or nothing, but like I definitely ain't cutting no corners and the running. I called in Border Wars. I was running 5 miles as I was calling in the show. I was definitely putting in that work, and I'm definitely gonna put in that work now even more because I'm fighting the boss now. I'm fighting the head honcho. But I think Rel's trainer even told me he didn't run the full 5 sometimes, or he tried to cut it a little short sometimes or whatever. So maybe that's why he was.
You still there? Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
I'm still
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You had cut out just for a split
I'm
second.
definitely gonna be ready, bro. I'm definitely gonna be ready. I'm gonna put in that road work. I'm gonna be ready, bro. I'm excited.
You don't need to run, man. Fuck all that. Go eat. Have a burger.
All right, bro. Trust me. I'm eating McDonald's for breakfast and dinner.
Do it, baby. Don't forget to have a dessert, man.
Hey. Nah, but I know Adrian was in the chat. Right now I'm over here locked in. I'm over here like, damn, man, this is my opponent. I can't even be listening to the morning shows no more. I gotta turn on that switch.
Wow.
Like Terrence Crawford did against Porter. I gotta turn on that switch.
Oh man, it ain't that serious, bro. I'm 40-some years old. You golden.
Nah, bro, but you got all the trainers in the world around you. You got all the experience.
Trainer,
you got all the work
what was
around
that?
you.
What was that infamous Floyd line? Trainer can't get in there and fight for you.
Hey, you damn right. You damn
Trainer
right.
can't get in there and fight for you, man. That shit don't mean
damn
nothing.
Right. But I'm training like I'm fighting anyone you got on top pound for pound. Fucking Crawford, Usyk. I'm fighting either one of them.
All right, well, don't kill the old man, man. That's all. Be careful.
Nah, I'm definitely not. But trust me, I'm definitely getting in my 5,000 calories a day, nothing but sweets and grease.
Yeah, right. I wish you show up like Supermax, nice and slow, baby. Let's go.
Hey, let's get it, bro. Border Wars 14.
Oh, man. All right, so that's Pablo ASAP. Right. He's from Minnesota, right?
Yes, sir. Minnesota. And I know you and Danny be over here roasting Minnesota. I'll be like, oh, these motherfuckers.
Not me. I never been. That's Danny to say it like that. I never been. Yeah. He said, they said have a burger and a couple 30 packs.
Of course. But I'm gonna get this work in, and that's, man. Y'all have a good one. It's gonna be a good show. Everybody listening, y'all better put in that motherfucking work, man.
Let's go. Shout out to ASAP. Next up, looks like we got James Benitez. What up? James, you calling in to take that neutral corner fight?
Oh man, no, I was just calling. What's up, man? Oh, that's who you trying to line me up with, man?
No,
You know,
no,
we
no,
ready for the.
no, no.
Oh, okay. No,
I'm
you
just
trying to
saying.
line me up with
I
Max,
did
with
kind of,
Max again,
I
man? But
did kind of hear you had a little bit of experience though.
yeah, I do, man. But end of the day, man, I was calling in really, man, because once you said that weight that Max been dropping, man, that's just a big salute to him, man. And I just wanted to ask you, man, how much would it cost for like just for whoever wins the Chubby fight or whatever, man, get them like a month of meal prep or whatever from Foodie Fit? Is there something that we could work out so I can go ahead and just pay for that?
I mean, I would have to talk to Foodie Fit because you know they only do Las Vegas. I mean, obviously you could buy a month's worth, but they
Yeah,
would have
I
to
might.
fly back with that shit.
Shit, yeah. I might need to figure out something, or maybe maybe just some meal prepper they choice. I maybe look at some options that may deliver. I'll talk to those fighters in that fight and everything because I think that'd be good for them. But it's
Yeah.
just just hearing Max saying he's going to be 276. I never thought he was going to be below 330, man. So hearing that right there alone is making me want to be like, damn, I'm gonna have to start putting in more calories and shit like that. Like I be seeing you on the Apple Watch Nest. You ain't been active lately. What's been going on with you, man? You taking
Stop
this
it.
seriously?
Stop it. So you ain't see me active yesterday?
Man, hell no, man. I mean, I know you saw me active the other
I'm
day
about
when I
to
did
I'm
that
about to
900 that 45.
I'm about to check my activity. He know he lying. I was in the gym with two different trainers yesterday, bro.
Man, shit, I ain't seen nothing, man.
He's
But
stunting.
if you was, I need to double check, man. I might need to double check.
You stunting right now. How you do the
Anyway,
count?
man. Anyway, you know I'm biased, man. Whoever they fight, man, you need to make that damn Keem and dang on Adrian fight, man. So we might need to talk about a step aside fee or something like that, man. So we can go ahead and make that fight happen.
Said
You
I
bringing back these border wars or whatever, man. We need to have those two just go head to
Keem
head,
and
man. With
who?
all the shit talking that
Keem
been
and
going
who?
on for the years.
Keem
So we
and
need to get that. Yeah,
Keem and
Keem and
who?
Adrian.
They ducked each other, man. We had that fight, and then now Adrian fighting Samaya and Keem fighting Samaya.
Man, I only hear it's on one side of duck, man. Keem ain't no duck, man. Not my Puerto Rican brother.
I
I
mean,
know he ain't
Keem
duck
decided
shit.
to fight the bigger Wisconsin dude. Keem was like, yo, he could fight Adrian or he could fight the star from Wisconsin, which is Chino.
Mm, got you. So you saying Adrian's old news and Chino's the new news, right? He's the biggest star. I got you. I got you. I got you. Well, shit, it is what it is then, man. Maybe I'll try to help set that up one for the next one. Adrian looks good enough, man. End of the day, it's going to be a Puerto Rican takeover, man. Got King. Got my boy Vega. I'm trying to work in the background and everything to get that weight class set up for him and dang on Ray. And it's gonna be a good event, man. And I'm getting married the next month later, man. So it's gonna be all up.
All right, so Supermex just sent me that in the UFC, Bruce Buffer announced the wrong fight and the wrong winner, and even that was overturned to the right winner because that's who the judges had seen winning. Just to further back it up because people feel like they're being taken advantage of. We got Done Deal. What up? OC, that's you. Click that mic, champ. OC.
Hey, what up, Ness? Can you hear me?
We do.
Cool. Hey, now I had a question. First time caller here. We wanted to do the border wars, but in the past, y'all used to have folks send footage in.
Yes.
So, December 3rd, we put in our money. How soon? Just let everybody know how soon you want footage coming in so you can match everything appropriate.
ASAP, because December 3rd is just your first deposit. Like, you want to be like the rest of the 14 fights on the list, already matched up, just waiting for the date versus waiting to be matched up. So if you ready, if you know you want to fight, send me footage ASAP so I can start looking. Let me know your weight ASAP. DM me so I can send you this little questionnaire I got because I need more information.
All right, I'll hit you up. I'll DM you on Twitter.
For sure. Appreciate you. We going out to El Caesar.
Can you hear me?
What up?
Hello?
I hear you, brother.
Shit, man. Hello?
We hear you.
Oh, okay. Yo, yeah, man. So I heard that it's not official yet with Lauren. Haven't heard back from him. So willing to be a backup for Roland and his opponent, or Matt and Show Kid, if you know, if I'm not matched up within a certain amount of time. So I'm just putting that out there. Um, I'm super pumped, man. I'm excited. It's just something. Like, this is my mindset behind joining Border Wars. You know, like it's a great way to motivate yourself and force yourself in a situation where you're uncomfortable, and basically just find out if you got it or not. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to. That's what I want to put my. I want to put myself in that position to where I got no way out but to fight. So it's just something I've always. And I'm just super excited, man. Super excited. I am, you know, kind of waiting to get an answer so I can really start seriously planning and training. But as of right now, I'm still trying to find a good schedule to train with Ness. But yeah, man. Um, other than that, how many fights are actually official?
I would say 13. I mean, obviously, we need people to start locking in their finances, but most of these fights that are made are with, long time Border Wars fighters. Like, there's not really many new fights here. These are all guys that have fought. Robert versus Jordan, that's pretty much done deal. Keem versus Chino, we can for sure bet on that. Adrian versus James Clark, we could bet on that. Me and Pablo, Jose never missed. Ray and Alex. There's a lot like Supermax and Jerron. They've already, Jerron Wolf has already paid some of his deposits, so it's like some of these are already signed, sealed to deliver because a lot of these fighters have fought already.
And hop on a little late, and I didn't catch the first like 20-25 minutes of the show. So when it comes to the fees, it's
December
how much is
3rd,
the
you can make your
December
first
3rd
payment.
is
You can make your first payment of $100 on December 3rd, and yeah, that'll make sure that you're in. And
perfect.
we're not trying to break anybody. We know Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that good shit, but we definitely need that for sure commitment so that we can move forward.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good, man. Hopefully I can convince a couple of my coworkers to join too or be a part of it, or you know what I'm saying? But I know I'm gonna have people show up, to support, but I actually want to convince some of these dudes to, get in the ring too. But we'll see what's up. But yeah, man, keep doing your thing, bro. Great show. And yeah, I'll let the next caller come in.
So Ray the Business is asking, is it 3 3-minute rounds? No, it's 3 2-minute rounds. 3 2-minute rounds. 16-ounce gloves, USA boxing headgear is a must. Let's see who else we got. OC the Don. What up?
Yo, what's up?
We hear you.
Ness, can you hear me?
Perfect. We hear you perfect.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We hear you perfect. OC, we hear you perfectly fine. Just talk, champ. All right, he dropped off. Special feature.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yeah, man, I'm just, calling in because I'm one of the fighters. I'm definitely excited to finally be on the Border Wars card. As far as my opponent, like, again, I've been wanting to fight him for a long time, but there's no malice. It's like, if anything, Supermax has kind of been my inspiration to want to get on Border Wars because watching his weight loss journey and the intensity with which he fights and how, like you said, he leaves it all in the ring. So I know, I know the level I need to be at to be in there because I know what's coming. and the level of show he usually tries to put on in the ring, and from the ring walks and everything, I know exactly where I need to be to keep Super Mex's bar where it is, or maybe he and I could even raise the bar just because we big. You know what I mean? We couldn't put on a fight of the night candidate, which is what I hope we do.
All right, brother, and I hope y'all do too, man. I'm excited, man. I know you've been wanting to do this for a while, and I'm happy that now is the right time, and that you can get to the training, and you will make your debut, man. We are excited for it.
Yeah, that's all I got. That's my call.
All right. So someone is asking if the WBC steps in and makes it amateur, would it have to be 3 3-minute rounds? Not necessarily. Remember, I think that's open class only. OC, what up?
Can you hear me?
We heard you the
You
first
hear me?
time.
All right, check this out. Like I said, I was laughing when Bo was on because Bo said he seen the little videos that look like I can't fight off the back foot. Listen here, Bo. I can fight off whatever foot, the front foot, the side foot, the back foot, the tippy toes. It don't matter, man. Listen here, I'm working with my boys right now. So what y'all see on there, that's just play. That's just work. That's different, man. Yeah, and right now I'm up there in weight, but when we locked in and I get me an opponent, believe me, I'm 160 all day, baby. That's what I fight at in the amateur. So it's all to the good with me, man. I listen here. I don't take this as no disrespect. I don't take it as you shitting on me or nothing. Cause I like competition. I'm glad, dude, a young boy. That's cool. Ness, I'm glad I'm up at your age. I like to rock these young boys and let them know that just because we up there in age, that don't mean we done.
Yes, sir.
That don't mean we just think about it. When we sparring young boys. We ain't really sparring nobody our ages anyway. So it's all to the good, man. If the audience see fit for me to fight Esteban, then Esteban is what it is. I just hope you don't have no little breakdown or nothing, man. Just come with your game. I like competition, so I always come with my A game, no matter what. It's always an A game thing with me. You know, even though it's amateur or whatever you want to call it, man, I take this shit serious. It's a lifestyle for me. And like you say, you can't play boxing. And you know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be in the Border Wars 13 or 12 or whatever, but man, I caught COVID. My pops passed away, so I had to pull out. But I could feel my man to say he just lost his son. He trying to bounce back. It's been a year since my pops been gone, and that's why I'm so high in weight right now, because I was just like lost. Like, yo, it's crazy. But boxing do save your life. Boxing do bounce you back. So we gonna see come February who ducks and who not. That's it. That's all I got, Neff.
Appreciate you, man, and my condolences, man.
All the
Obviously,
time.
we can't even begin to imagine what that's like, man. But happy to hear that you have been able to bounce back. Happy to hear that you're going to use Border Wars to get back on track and get your weight right. We appreciate you choosing us. We got Info Joe, the ring announcer. Info Joe, you a beast. But you got to check your mic. Can't hear you, champ. Jump back in. Go for it, Joe. What up? Just waiting on Info Joe to request again. There he goes. Let's try this one more time. Joe. Joe ain't rocking today. Adrian.
Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you, not Joe.
All right. Hold on. Let me get to some place in the gym where it's quiet. Yeah, it's finally here, man. It's good to see that they got this first show. And by the way, Nessa, I didn't duck King. You gave the King fight to Jordan for a belt. Then Jordan went to go fight somebody else. And then you gave King Chino. So I ain't ducking it.
I ain't give anybody, bro. You know I only give people options. They take who they want. All I am is a matchmaker.
Because to be honest with you, I only took James Clark because I wanted a guaranteed fight and I didn't want to sit around and wait for somebody.
You wanted that domestic violence, man.
What's up?
You wanted that domestic violence. You could have got that Austin fight.
Hey, man, he don't want to come to 168. I'm not coming down to 160. I'm walking around at 180. 165 is about as low as I can get. So, you know what I'm saying? Austin could have got all the smoke. He just got to come to 168. And since he's so good and he thinks so highly of himself, he might as well just come on up because a few pounds shouldn't make a difference. And if I'm correct, wasn't he struggling to make 168 when he came to Wisconsin? I believe he tipped in at 170, so that would put us right on point. So,
I think he locking in. He trying to lock in with Sal, but you know Austin, man. We've offered him some fights, and I don't know. He says he said yes to everything, but nothing has been,
like I said, man, I took the guaranteed fight. Honestly, you know what I'm saying. You know why I want James Clark. He's trying to take over Border Wars in Wisconsin on a business level and go around my back. So you know what I'm saying. You know how it's got to be. When you do that, when you try to cross me over the plug, you know what time it is. So, that's why he's going to get it. He's still training at MMA gyms to box instead of boxing gyms. It's a big mistake. So hopefully he hears this and finds himself at a real boxing gym. Does like Anthony Forbes and gets the good work. But otherwise, man, like if things fall out, like I said, I'm fighting King. It don't got to be this one, but it definitely got to be the next one. So I don't care what happens this one. I definitely need that Keem fight to happen. He's been talking greasy for a long time. So, that needs to go down at some point. I agree with everybody.
If Keem beats Chino, I don't know that he even going to think about you. You let Chino take your big fight.
Listen. But Chino never lost a round, so I don't see why people are so high, considering Chino ain't lost a round yet. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be the harder puncher.
Chino's about to fight the most skilled fighter he's ever fought.
True, but he's been fighting skilled fighters and sparring them here. Kids who are going to national champions and this and that, man. Like high level nationals. You know what I'm saying? So best believe when they say they getting that top work, they working and getting sparring with the people who are getting ready for nationals right now. It's a different level over here. That's why Anthony Forbes came down here, or up here, I should say. But, man, all I got to say is, people, don't be afraid. Post your footage. Don't be that person. Wisconsin's already done its due diligence, posted minutes and minutes of footage. Make sure all y'all follow suit to make sure that you get matched properly. Just coming from a dude who's promoted them, mismatches, they're no good. They're no good. Make sure that you get with somebody even, especially if it's your first fight. Don't cap about your experience because it'll just get you hurt. But, man, that's all I really got, man. I'm glad to see Border Wars is back in full effect with the Border Wars show. And like I said, Wisconsin coming up for all the smoke.
All right. That was Adrian Rowan. Obviously has participated in numerous Border Wars. Going to be taking on James Clark, who also participated. Info Joe, what up? Joe, what is going on with you today? You always call in, too. I'm shocked, like something's up with you. We can't hear you, bruv, and it's only you, because Bo was there. Yo, Bo.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, see, we hear Bo. It's something wrong with Info Joe, man.
Yeah, this both right here. OC, man, I'm glad you responded, you know what I'm saying, and let people know what it is. Let me know what it is, too, because I was questioning things when I see you on the ropes looking heavy, you know what I'm saying? And I know you got skill. I've seen old footage. I know who you are, but I ain't know if you had turned into somebody else. But it sounds like you still are who you were, and I was happy with the show, how it went today, Ness. Seemed like we got some new people calling in. The views were good on it. Looked like Border Wars picking up steam and growing from where we left off versus having to restart and whatnot. It seemed like it's right where we left off. Got a lot of fights scheduled. Hopefully the majority of them follow through. And, yeah, it's looking good, bro. I can't wait till we get to shows where we're doing footage and we're doing interview. We're just doing a lot of stuff like we used to because this just the contract fight. I mean, the contract show right here. This just saying that, hey, we back And it's gonna go down February 25th. I hope everybody come out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. February 25th, Spring Break, Las Vegas. Border Wars 14 is going down. Registration fees are due December 3rd. First deposit, $100. Total fee amount, $300. That will guarantee you a slot, guarantee you to be match made, guarantee you to have a fight. Ring walks. You get your one-on-one interviews. What do we call those? We call those unguarded. Most of our fighters get unguarded. It is a scheduling process, so I have to schedule with you because we want you live on the show via video. So it is difficult, and it is dependent on scheduling. We got $10 super chat from Mr. Supermax that says, Mike still tripping, but El Rey de los Gorditos is back and will be looking better than ever. I appreciate the words, Wolf, but until we can't be friends, get your merch soon. The King is back February 25th. There you go. And let me see if anybody slid in. Looks like Big Pecao. What up?
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right, man. Hey, man, I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this since the first time we met, Ness. You know, the event, the lights, seeing the dudes in there, man. Once I saw that first fight between Rolling with the Punches and what's the Dominican cat's name, man? But yeah, that I knew right then and there I wanted to participate. You know, I signed up a couple times. You know, events didn't fall through, but now you the man, you making it happen. And February 25th, 2023, Vegas, man. Me and my family, we're all very excited, and I can't wait to slap this bitch up in the ring, man. Get to do it, you know, without getting handcuffs on me. Very excited, very excited.
So what was it about Ray that I guess got under your skin? Because you are taking on a person that is outside of your division.
You know, his persistence to want to fight, you know, because, you know, you and I had talked. You had mentioned, you know, Caesar wanted to fight the weights I wanted to. I really wanted to get down to 154 because I think that's a better weight for me to just be for my size, my body size, my height. And, you know, he just wasn't giving me the answers I wanted. You know, he had told me like, yeah, I will fight you, but well, he was mentioning something about rolling the punches. And I was telling him, I was like, well, I'm telling you yes right now, so let's go. And Ray was persistent. He just said, hey, I'll fight you, you know. Then, you know, he started throwing insults. And I said, you know what? Cesar was not giving me the answer I wanted. Ray was there. He seemed like he's somebody that I can go back and forth with. And I live for this shit. I love the back and forth. It really gets me going. Man, I'm built for this, Ness. You may think I'm not, you know, just you have to be shown. And February 25th, hey, man, hey, me and you might have to get in the ring. You keep talking some shit. How about that?
Oh, man. Nah, I don't want no problems, bro. Nah, I'm excited, though. I'm excited because, you know, it like I said, it's your opportunity to show your Lomachenko. You know, we wanted to match you novice versus novice. You trying to show us that, you know, you above that.
Hey, man, listen, I wake up every morning. I do some type of physical workout. I do 2-a-days, at least 3-4 times a week. You know, I'm running 4 or 5 times a week, man. Like I'm serious about this. I hope he is as well. You know, I know he's a little bit up there in weight. He's telling me everything I need to hear. But I'm gonna keep my same energy, and I hope he does as well. I take this shit very serious. Everything I say, Ness, I fucking mean, man. You know, just like Deontay Wilder, man. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I truly do believe that, and I know I'm gonna come out victorious, and I'm gonna put on a show, and everybody's gonna love it, Ness, and they're gonna want more and more. And guess what? I'm gonna keep coming back and giving the people what they want.
Well, all right. Big Fish Vega, got to live up to that name, man. You can't be the captain of the Big Fish squad and not rep. We got Spider Rico, who was called out by Oscar from Wisconsin. Spider Rico, what up?
Hello?
Esteban. Okay.
What's up? Can you hear me?
I do.
Okay. Uh, well, that was, Oscar Williams' call out. I heard him. I accept.
Oh, that's easy.
I haven't fought anyone since the last time. No sparring, no anything. But to fight, I like boxing. And, Oscar, if you're hearing me, I won't break down this time.
Uh.
All right. Go.
So you accepted the challenge. And now that leaves Zeke with no fight. Oscar, you got yourself one of the baddest Border Wars fighters around. You got what you wanted.
Yeah. I hear him. Hey, check this out. Listen, I'm like you, man. When I watch your show every day, even when I'm at work on route, I put it on and I just let it play and I laugh because when you say you don't watch no other sports but just boxing, bro, I do the same thing. I'm talking about as soon as I come home for work, I throw the books down, I throw the bag down, I turn on YouTube and I'm watching some form of boxing or I'm catching up on your show or whatever the case is. So listen, I'm with the shits.
Let's do it.
One of the baddest.
Well,
you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I'm with the shits, man. So Esteban, yo, I'm coming. Hey, gang. Oh, another thing too, right? I sit back and watch. I sit back and watch these fighters. You know what I'm saying? I go back and watch all the Border Wars. I didn't went back to the first Border Wars.
Oh wow.
And I sit back and watch everything, and I pick out everything. I'll study. So listen, come February 25th, me and Esteban is going down. 160 it is, baby. 160 it is. I'm gone.
All right. Well, you got you a fight. He wanted a big fight. That's a big fight because Esteban is definitely beating two people right in Wisconsin. I believe the first win was over.
Oh, that thing too,
I
right?
think he beat maybe the guy that Adrian's fighting, James Clark. And then the second win, who did he beat? Supermax, help me out. Who did he beat that second win? He just did that in Florida. It was a tough fight, right? Uh-oh, got to look for it. Let's see what we find here. Esteban took on, Zeke, the Freak, after that. So those two good wins for Esteban. Shout out to Esteban is stepping up, or rather OC stepping up to Esteban because Esteban is the man right now around these streets. And looks like we got through all our callers. And just going to double check any super chats quite possibly. Shout out to someone that just purchased a set of Kenichi Bears. Remember, anytime you buy them Kenichi Bear headphones, you are supporting the amateur Carden, who obviously needs those funds to get to his tournaments and get to his fights and to become a professional. So I'm going to put that right here in case anybody wants to support. And remember, by buying one, you're supporting TBV because they sponsor us, obviously. Looks like Marvin just sent us a request. Where's that at? What do we got? Where's Marv? I thought I seen a request. Let's see. So I wanted to do, okay, it says, how do I register? I'm watching from the beginning. So in order to register, you need to contact us on any forms of social media where we can communicate. I have a questionnaire I need you to fill out. You fill that out and we'll go from there. Because we definitely need you to fill out the questionnaire. We need to know your level of experience. We would love, obviously, some footage as well to properly match you. So, yes, let's see what else. We had one other thing I was going to do and I got distracted. Let's see. All right, well, I guess that's it. Oh, yeah, the super chats. That's where we were trying to get to. All right, looks like we did get the Super Max. And next up is James Benitez, $5 super chat. He says, make the damn Keem versus Adrian fight. Shout out to TBV. And will Foodie Fit be sponsoring the Border Wars? It would be nice if all the fighters could get samples. I like that idea. I think that's something that maybe they'd be interested in. Easy Rollins says, I'm late, but I'm here. Shout out to you. And then we got Robert the Genius, the opponent, challenger of Jordan Baker. He says, Jordan the Bum Baker, rest in peace. February 25th, 2023. Those are all our super chats. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to join the Border Wars Facebook group to stay updated to everything Border Wars. And if you've really been down with Border Wars, you can join our iMessage group chat as well, where it really goes down, and you get all the official information. Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter, February 25th. Border Wars is back. Registration due date December 3rd. First payment due $100. Total fee amount $300. Peace.